WNEM TV5 News at 11.
Michigan is a far better state today than 2010.
Governor Snyder, in his final State of the State speech, saying Michigan has emerged from the economic crater of the recession that peaked the year he won election. My colleague David Custer is live in Lansing. He begins our team coverage of the governor's address with a breakdown of some of his key points. David.
Hi, Colette. Governor Snyder spent 53 minutes talking about his successes in the last 7 years, and he talked about what he plans to do with the last 11 months of his term. Now, it was 25 minutes into his speech that he jumped right into the Flint water crisis, a crisis that many believe will be forever attached to his legacy.
In Flint, we continue to see good water results, and we're continuing the replacement of lead service lines. The city recently completed its third 6-month period with great water test results at 6 parts per billion. That's comparable to most other Michigan cities, so the water has improved dramatically.
Governor Snyder said he hopes Flint will become a role model for the entire nation in terms of lead and copper rules. The governor said he has drastically improved Michigan's infrastructure, allocating more than $1 billion to improve roads and bridges, and will continue to work to get rid of potholes. He says in the last 7 years, personal income has grown by 27%, saying that's a $10,000 increase per person. And for the first time in a very long time, more people moved in as opposed to moving out of Michigan. He says Michigan companies are growing and creating jobs. Lear brought 400 jobs, and General Motors expanded an engine plant. And he brought up downtown Flint's Ferris wheel building, helping spark innovation. And he believes in his continued effort to support skilled trades.
These are good jobs held by good people who live in good communities throughout Michigan. Your work makes the American economy work. We respect you and we applaud every professional trade and skilled trade person out there. And we need to do more to support them and get more young people interested in having these great, outstanding careers.
And Governor Snyder said tonight that one of our biggest threats is ourselves and our inability to get along. And our very own Kate Nadolski spoke to several of our local leaders tonight, our lawmakers, and I have to imagine that they had very different opinions about the governor's speech tonight.
Yeah, David, that is right. You know, lots of different opinions from our local lawmakers in Michigan on both sides. You have the Republicans wanting to see more of Snyder, but the Democrats waiting for something new.
I thought the governor did a great job of drawing the contrast between Michigan being one of the biggest job losers the first 10 years of this century, and now we're one of the nation's leaders in new job creation.
Well, it was just a lukewarm speech.
Well, I thought it was very positive. I mean, it was a story about his legacy here.
It was his last one. It wasn't like some of the great ones he had in the past.
The jury is still out on whether or not Governor Rick Snyder's final State of the State address was one for the books. The issues he focused on resonated with some of Mid-Michigan's lawmakers.
There were a number of things that he addressed that I thought were important. He talked about increased funding for roads and transportation, as well as per pupil funding in our schools.
We're going to end up with the tallest skyscrapers in the Midwest. We're going to end up with the biggest paychecks, and our kids will have the biggest opportunities.
But for many, it's what he didn't say that made the loudest statement.
He didn't say enough about the recovery for the city of Flint. I think people are still wanting more from the state. His legacy depends on it. Is he going to be the governor that created a problem and fixed the problem, or is he going to be the governor that created a problem and left it for somebody else to repair?
But the overall review of his performance as governor for the past 7 years seems to depend on who you ask.
Michigan can't be determined or defined as a comeback state.
So it sounds like you agree with the statement that he made that Michigan is a comeback state.
There's no question Michigan's a comeback state.
Now, again, a lot of different opinions from our local lawmakers tonight. And, David, as we saw, Governor Snyder definitely did not win over that opposing side tonight.
All right, interesting stuff. Kate, thank you so much. Now, the governor wants to reiterate that he is going to continue to work in these last 11 months for the people of Michigan. He said next week, each day of the week, he will roll out new infrastructure initiatives. We will be sure to follow those developments. For now, reporting live in Lansing, David Custer, WNEM TV5. Colette, back to you.
Thank you, David. Thank you, Kate. And you can watch clips of the speech online and on the TV5 mobile app. We'll have reaction from the speech later in this newscast and on Wake Up beginning at 4:30 a.m.